Hello, welcome to the explosive beginning of the adventures of Stormraiser. I am your host for this episode, as always, Stormraiser himself. And my nose is itching as usual. So, today is election day in this country, around the area, around the whole country it is. So, I thought today we would kind of discuss what changes could be coming for the country and what could possibly be coming for the future of Stormraiser. So today, folks, and not to mention, this is November's episode. There wasn't an October episode, which I apologize for, folks. But there obviously is a November episode, which is today's episode of the Adventures of Stormraiser, and today is the 26th episode. So there's that, folks. Welcome all to the Adventures of Stormraiser. So today, folks, is November 8th. 2016, when this is being taped at VCAM, Vermont Community Access Media. So we're going to be talking about the election a little bit. My only advice for the election is whoever wins the presidential election, give them a chance. Whoever wins, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump, give them a chance, both of them. Give both of them a chance. I think it's what they would all ask of you, and what you would probably ask of them if you were running for president. Which, I can't imagine being president of the United States. It's got to be such a difficult job. Not something I would want to do, quite honest with you. So, and Thanksgiving's coming up in a few weeks, right? I'm not sure the exact date this year. Because it's on like the last Thursday of the month or something like that. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, regardless of when it is, it's a time to be thankful for all we have, for everything that we got in the world, right? For everything that we have, for everything that we don't have. You can be thankful for things you don't have. I think you can be, right? I mean, like, for example, you could be thankful you don't have any type of major disease, for example, or any type of any other issue, right? So, but it is time to be thankful for everything you got and everything you don't have, which can be a good thing. So, today can be a turning point in this country. I suggest we stop hating each other and just stop loving each other and just start loving each other, right? That's what it's all about. That's what Stormraiser is all about. That's what VCAM, I'm sure, is all about. Although sometimes, no, just kidding, of course. But I got my water today, folks, so that's good. I literally haven't had much to eat today. So what is Stormraiser thankful for? What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for this show. I'm thankful, first of all, for VCAM, or else the show wouldn't exist. I'm thankful for all of you for being a part of the saga of Stormraiser, the series of Stormraiser. And I'm just thankful for my health and all that, because I'm primarily pretty darn healthy. So, except for my occasional cough, which kind of stinks. So, folks, what do you think about the election? You got the election today. I'm sure you're going to hear about enough of it on CNN and Fox News and all that good stuff. But I think today we're going to talk about what could change. You know what? I don't think it'll be, any worse than what the country already is. But today we're giving thanks for everything we have. I mean, what are you thankful for? Are you thankful for your children, for your, sometimes, right? For your dog, for your home, for your, have a roof over your head? Because you know what? A lot of people don't have a roof over their head. They have a sky over their head, clouds and rain and snow and everything else. So there's that. I'm very thankful for what I have. I can go to my apartment and, have a warm place to be at night. And but there are some people who don't have that, and there are some people who choose to not have that. There's a difference. But that's how that goes, folks. So I'm just saying, always be thankful for what you have. Because here's a bit of advice that works really well. When you're feeling down and blue and all that, just remember, it could always be worse. All right? It may not seem that way, but it could always be worse. So, yeah, it could always be worse. You could have, it could always be worse. I don't go into anything specific. But today is, like I said, November 8th, 2016. Stormraiser has already voted. No, I'm not going to tell you who I voted for, but... Okay, I'll tell you. I voted for Superman. No. I voted for Spider-Man. Now, anyone you vote for, that's what makes this country so great, right? You can choose who you want to choose to vote for. A lot of countries don't have that choice. A lot of countries just don't, or they don't vote, or they can't vote, or they have tyranny, tyrants or whatever. So you should feel very thankful and grateful to be part of the United States, to be a citizen of the United States of America. Because no matter what other people say around the world, or even in the very country, the United States is a great country. It's a good country, and filled with loving, good people. All right. That's what I truly believe. That's what in some ways I will always believe, because no matter what happens in my life, I will always believe that there are good people in the world and all that good stuff. So, today, like I said, is a very important day. So it's always an interesting day, when things out of the norm happen, out of the normal everyday thing, right? An election like this comes along every 4 years. 4 years, an election like this comes around. So, and I believe it is important to believe in yourself when you're like running for president or just in general, right? Always believe in yourself, because you can do whatever you want to do with your life. I'm in this room. There's some stuff over there. There's a few cameras over there. I'm looking at this camera right now. I'm looking at you. I can't see you, obviously. But I may be able to, identify with you a little bit, right? Because Stormraiser didn't always believe in himself, right? That's how it goes. I don't think anyone believes in themselves all the time. Maybe they just started believing in themselves, that they are worth it, that they are, okay, right? They're all right. So, but what it really comes down to is, do you have self-worth, is what it's called. Now, I know that when some things happen, it can affect your self-worth. That's kind of what today's episode is all about, is self-worth. So what is self-worth? Do you value other people's friendships as they probably value yours, for example? But you should also value yourself, right? Your own friendship with yourself. Because if you really think about it, I didn't think that much thinking at all, people ask with it. But if you really do think about it a tad little bit, there's always a reason to believe in yourself and have self-worth, right? That's what today's show is all about, is self-worth, having an interest in keeping yourself okay. Because there are people who give and give and give and never take. Or maybe not take, but they never make sure they're okay. Which is not selfish, by the way. It's not, anything else like that. So it's not selfish to make sure you're okay. To make sure you are doing all right. So can you look after other people? Can you make sure other people are okay? Yes, since I do that most of the time. But it's also okay to have self-worth for yourself. Because you have worth for other people, right? You value them, right? Well, it's so important to respect and love yourself, is what I'm trying to say, folks. So that's an important thing. Another important thing is to, like I just said, love yourself. And I don't mean, liking yourself. Because that's hard. I think, to be quite honest with you, loving yourself is probably easier than liking yourself. Right? Makes sense to me. Because loving yourself can be like, oh yeah, I love myself. I'm not going to go jump in front of a truck or whatever, but on a highway or anything like that. But do you like yourself? Loving and liking are two different things. Can you like someone? Like, can a guy like a girl or woman? Yeah. Can a woman like a guy? Yes. Or even same sex. But what was I going to say? But but it's always good to have self-worth and love yourself. Because you can love other people all you want, but it all comes down to how you treat yourself. Because how you treat yourself can reflect on how you treat others, right? If you treat yourself like, like trash, like, and believe you're, not worth it or whatever, it'll be, that can reflect on how you treat others, right? That makes sense to me, at least. On a different note, though, you ever look up into the sky and there's those, clouds that look like animals or look like different things? Kind of funny. I always try to do that at least once a week, a couple times a week. Look up in the sky, see what you can see, right? Hope you don't see some alien spaceships. That's my sci-fi side speaking. But let's talk about something I've been wanting to talk about. And we'll cover it more in the next episode. But music. I wanted to cover music for a long time on this show. We're going to cover a little bit in this episode. But we're going to cover music in a separate episode. We might even have a guest. I want to have a guest. I really do. So, music. What do you think about the thing known as music? I think it's really an expression of the human soul, really. If you really think about it, it's an expression of what you may feel at the time, what you may not feel at the time, what you may want to feel. It's really feelings. It's a really interesting thing to do with music. So, but we're going to cover the world of music in all types of music, all types, in another episode, maybe a couple parts. Music part 1 through 5, something like that, folks. But let's say, can music make you have self-worth? Can music help your mood? I believe it can. Can music make you angry? Can music make you happy? Can music make you all sorts of things? So, music is an important thing. Obviously, without music, because I have my headphones which go into my little cell phone here, and I can listen to my music on my phone. Sorry, I'm a little tired today, folks. It's what time is it? It's 12:42. So 12:42 in the afternoon on November 8th, 2016. I am taping this at the VCAM studios at the VCAM studios in Burlington, Vermont. So I don't know. I just think it's a really important to value. If I can get the right word out, value yourself. It is very important, folks. All right. Get that covered. Good. This is water. So, what do you think? Now let's talk about. I want to talk about nutrition. And honestly, I'm probably the last person who should probably be doing so. Because I am not a very nutritious person. Wow, that sounded really bad. I'm not a very nutritious person. That sounds like almost like they're going to eat me. Anyway, folks. So that's how that goes. Apparently, I'm very tasty. No, I don't eat very well. I eat a lot of junk food, which is my favorite thing in the world, right? Junk food. In fact, I have a Twix bar waiting for me at home. So, Twix peanut butter, good stuff. Just saying. But it is important to drink and eat healthy, all right? I can't express how important that actually is. So, I think it is very important to keep your health in mind. You may not want to when you're younger. When you're older, you're going to want to, though. All right? Make sure regular checkups with the doctor, with your main physician. But you know what? I think that's something. I always like doctors. I've always liked doctors. They're really underappreciated. You know what? So are teachers. I think most teachers, I'm talking about, a lot of them, like 99%, are like underappreciated, all right? They're really underappreciated and they're really underpaid. A lot of people are underpaid who should be, paid higher for what they do. Because I know that certain people don't get paid that much. They make a difference in the community, right? So it all comes down to valuing yourself. That's what it all comes down to, folks. Am I right? That's for you to decide. I'm not going to make you, make you think I'm right or make you or help try to make you think I'm wrong. It's up to you to decide what you do with my words. So, but music is really an interesting thing because I think, but you know what? It all really comes down to loving and valuing yourself. Because if you value and love yourself, you can go really far in life, right? Makes sense to me, at least. So, this show is all about. This episode is all about you. You watching this show, this episode, this moment in time, is when you should be valuing and loving yourself. And if not, if you don't. Or if you don't think you will, or you don't think you're worth it, or anything like that, right? Well, you are, okay? At least you are to me. And, well, no, you are worth it, but you're worth it definitely to me. You know what I mean? So, mine's a little dry today. I haven't had much to eat. But after this, I'm going to, probably go home. Watch the election coverage. I've been looking forward to the election coverage probably just as much as I've been looking forward to voting. Which I haven't voted since 2008. So, you know what? Let's I've always wanted to talk about how our interests are different. Because, I went to Las Vegas. Stormwiser flew to Las Vegas in 2008. The slots kicked my butt, by the way. 10 whole minutes left on the Adventures of Stormwiser, but back to Las Vegas. I went to Las Vegas in 2008. And it was one adventure after another there. I got lost inside, by the way, inside one of the casinos, which I want to talk about. I will talk about in a later show, addictions we're going to cover on another episode of The Adventures of Stormwatcher. But back to Las Vegas. Las Vegas was one of my favorite trips I've ever been on, ever. And I've been on a lot of them because I got to go. Stormwatcher got to visit the Titanic exhibit. Now, most people know what the Titanic was, all right? Most people know what the Titanic was. So if you don't, I suggest you go look it up. It is really a legendary ship, a legendary story. So I'm not going to get into Titanic. That's another show. But so that's that. But it was one of my favorite trips in the whole world because I got to go to the Titanic exhibit. And I bought one of the most comfortable pair of pants I've ever bought there in Las Vegas. So that was pretty fun. But in 2006, I went to New York City. That's NYC. So I got to go to the World Trade Center. That was, this was 2006. So I got to go to the WTC, and this was in 2006, so it was after 9/11. So I got to go there, and I got to, I took some pictures of the building. You know, they had built 7 World Trade Center at that time, the new one. So I thought that was pretty neat. But Stormwatcher, just so you know, hates flying. I don't like flying too much. I don't like flying at all. Whether it's by this, by this thing, or by, in a plane. I'm not a big fan of flying. I don't really like it. I think it's it's a good way to travel, but best way to travel, they say, right? Is there flying? I think it's what they say. The greatest way to travel, right? Yeah. Especially when you're Snowboards is dying. Excuse me, folks. Give me a second. Wow. Coughing attack. Yeah, especially when your flight's really rocky. So that, especially when I was coming back from, was it New York City? No, it was Las Vegas in 2008. The plane was delayed about 13 hours. So we got home me and my parents got home about, 5 or 6 in the morning. Christmas morning, I might add. Which, by the way, we're going to be having a holiday celebration next month. A holiday celebration possibly with guests and all that good stuff. So, and I would like to interview someone about music. I would love to interview someone about music, about their experience with music, if they ever played an instrument, if they play an instrument. If they would like to appear in the Adventures of Stormwatcher, they're more than welcome to. I love to interview someone to do with music. I love that, actually. So, okay, I have a few minutes left. So, folks, now, what do you think of music? I want to literally, you won't find the same person who has the same interest in music as you do. Not entirely, not exactly the same. So that's what makes everyone different. Is 5 minutes. Is what makes everybody different in life is that they have different interests. Everyone is different in the world. If we're all the same, we'd be boring. Now, I know it's a lot to take in, a lot to cover I usually cover a lot in these episodes. But the next couple episodes are all going to be dedicated to music. I may bring in different parts, different kinds of music. We're going to listen to it on my cell phone. We're going to listen to it on my laptop. So we're going to bring in different types of music. And we're going to listen to them, and we're going to enjoy it. Because that's what it all comes down to, right? So I hope you've been watching, and I hope you enjoy VCAM's programming on Vermont Community Access Media, Channel 15. It's really a good outlet for people like Stormwazer, people like Nikki the Nerd, people like Nick Brissette, who wants to do his whole spiel on TV. So, sorry for my coughing attack earlier. I'm not sure what that was. Not coffee attack, coughing. You know what? I don't even like coffee that much. I prefer soda. What about you? Do you prefer soda or coffee? C for coffee? Coffee? Yeah? Yeah. I prefer soda. I can wake up fine in the morning, at least for now again. Literally, when I played my last video game I wanted to play, it came out September 1st of 2015, I was up over 30 hours playing it. It was like over a day. Literally, over a day. So we'll talk about addictions in a later episode, whether it's video games addictions or something else. We'll talk about that, perhaps ways to get over it, and ways to, not get over it, but ways to make things better. And 2 minutes. This guy really wants me to end the show. But I will talk to you later on, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I'll see you all next month for my holiday celebration 2016. And Stormwazer will catch you all next time. Be good. Bye-bye.